In this video, we will discuss about transistor biasing. A bipolar junction transistor is a three-terminal device which has emitter, base and collector. It has two junctions, emitter base junction and collector base junction. A transistor can work in three regions: active region, cutoff region and saturation region. To work transistor in the active region, emitter base junction should be in forward biased condition and collector base junction should be in reverse biased condition. To work transistor in the cutoff region, both the junctions should be in reverse biased condition, and to work transistor in saturation region, both the junctions, emitter base and collector base junctions, both should be in forward biased condition. When transistor works as an amplifier, in this case it should work in active region. When transistor works as a switch, then for closed switch it should work in saturation region, and for open switch it should work in cutoff region. For the proper operation of the transistor in a particular region, proper biasing of emitter base junction and collector base junction according to the requirement of that region is necessary. To make emitter base junction and collector base junction forward biased or reverse biased, an external DC voltage of correct polarity and magnitude is required. Transistor biasing is also used to provide bias stabilization in the circuits. Bias stabilization means keeping operating point fixed on the desired location of DC load line of a circuit. Operating point we already know, it is the zero signal collector current and collector to emitter voltage, and collector current changes due to the change in the temperature. Collector current also changes due to the change in the device parameter, means beta. So bias stabilization is also done by the transistor biasing. There are mainly four methods used for transistor biasing, BJT biasing. First is fixed biasing, second biasing using collector to base feedback resistor, third is the voltage divider biasing or self biasing circuit, and fourth is the biasing using constant current source. Fixed biasing, this is the circuit of fixed biasing. In this case we use a power supply VCC, we use a high resistance RB between base and positive end of the power supply. This power supply VCC and resistance RB keeps base positive with respect to emitter. So the base emitter junction is in forward biased condition due to the positive power supply. To find the currents, we use input circuit. Input circuit means base circuit, which includes RB and base emitter junction. We can write KVL equation for base circuit or input circuit like VCC minus 0, because emitter is grounded, equals IB RB plus VBE. So KVL equation will be VCC minus 0 equals IB RB plus VBE. In this way IB is equal to VCC minus VBE upon RB. We already know for the transistor IC equals beta IB, where beta is the base current amplification factor. IE emitter current is equal to IB plus IC. So put the value of IC from this equation, beta IB. So IC will be beta plus 1 into IB. In this way, using base circuit or input circuit, we can calculate all the current IB, IC and IE. To calculate voltage, we use output circuit. Output circuit means collector circuit. For collector circuit, we can write KVL equation as VCC minus 0 equals IC into RC plus VCE. So for the output circuit or collector circuit, we can write VCC minus 0 equals ICRC plus VCE. VCE is the voltage between collector and emitter. So we can write VCE equals VCC minus ICRC. In this way, we can calculate all the current and collector to emitter voltage. It means operating point, which is the zero signal collector current, and collector to emitter voltage, we can calculate using KVL at the input side, base side and collector side. The stability factor of fixed biasing circuit is given by this equation. S equals beta plus 1 upon 1 minus beta DIB upon DIC. Rate of change of base current with respect to collector current. DIB upon DIC is the rate of change of base current with respect to collector current. In this biasing arrangement, IB is independent of IC. Here from this equation we can say IB is not dependent on the IC. So this term DIB upon DIC will be 0. So in this way we can write stability factor S equals beta plus 1. It means the value of stability factor in fixed biasing method is very high. So this circuit has poor stability and very less used in the circuits. The second biasing technique is the biasing using collector to base feedback resistor. This is the circuit diagram of collector to base feedback resistor biasing. In this case, a feedback resistor RB is connected between collector and base. So the required zero signal base current IB depends on collector to base voltage, and due to the use of feedback, in this case stability of the circuit increases. Now we will analyze this circuit to find the currents and voltage. To find current, we will use input circuit. Input circuit includes RC, RB and VBE. So the voltage across RC plus voltage across RB plus VBE is equal to the VCC minus 0. So KVL equation for base circuit can be written as VCC minus 0 equals IB plus IC into RC. This is the voltage across RC plus IB RB. This is the voltage across RB plus VBE. Now at the place of IC we will write beta IB. So we can simplify this expression for IB like this. IB equals VCC minus VBE upon beta plus 1 into RC plus RB. So this is the expression to calculate base current. We know IC equals beta IB. In this way we can calculate the collector current. Emitter current can be calculated by IE equals beta plus 1 IB. To find collector to emitter voltage, we will use collector circuit. For collector circuit, we can write KVL equation as VCC minus 0 equals voltage across RC plus VCE. So voltage across RC will be RC into IC plus IB. So KVL equation will be VCC minus 0 equals IB plus IC into RC plus VCE. In this way we can write VCE equal VCC minus IBRC minus ICRC. We know the collector current is given by IC equals beta IB plus ICO if we include the leakage current ICO also. If due to leakage current or change in the temperature, collector current increase, then from this equation it is clear that when IC increased, then BC decreased. And see this circuit. When VC, voltage across collector and emitter, decrease, means voltage at the collector terminal decrease. Due to this, voltage across this resistor will decrease, so IB will reduce. And since IC equals beta IB, so when IB will reduce, the collector current will also reduce. In this way, if due to any reason collector current increases, the circuit will automatically reduce the collector current and it will maintain a constant or stable collector current. So this circuit provides biasing as well as stability both.